RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
Benjamin Betts. It's all about the Benjamin Betts, baby.
You know what's up? Yes, and Benjamin Betts, baby.
All right. Thanks for bringing us in, Mace and P. Diddy. It's all about the Benjamins. I'm your host, Corey. Again, Jared is off this week. He is traveling down with his family down to Texas, so he is not on the episode this week. So you're stuck with Corey. You're stuck with me. But what we're going to do, we're going to dive into week 12. Week 12 of the, I don't want to even remember the week because it was so bad. So that's why I'm trying to say it was week 11. And then we'll give you our week 13 picks. But ultimately, I think Jared skipped out on this one because he did not want to talk about our week 12 endeavors. But you know what? I will face the music. And Mike, hit us with a little sound here before we get started. That was week 12 in a nutshell. We're going to go through it. I'm going to tell you what happened, and I'm going to get on my soapbox again. If you listen to our NBA podcast that dropped earlier this week, I was on my soapbox basically complaining about how close we were on some of these losses, and I'm going to do the same here, okay? I know no one likes to hear this, but I want to justify that we were close. We were close. So we went 1-7. Okay. Now stop. Don't turn off the pod. Keep listening. Okay. We were 1-7. We'll own it. We're due. It's okay to have one bad week in 12 weeks so far. So, but we're going to go through it. We were ambitious because we were excited for Thanksgiving. We were like, oh, let's pick 8 games. We shouldn't have done that. Why did we do that? So we did our turkey trio. The turkey was bad. We overcooked the turkey. It was not great. That started off Lions-Bills. We had the over there at 54.5 points. The game ends at 53 points. So we were off by 1.5 points. But it wasn't the fact that we missed. It was how we missed. And it was just heartbreaking. The Bills had scored it towards the end of the game. And what it would have done was made it a 4-point game, which then would have forced the Lions to score a touchdown, which would have put us over. But of course, what happened? They missed the extra point. So it's a 3-point game, which is still okay. We're still fine. We're still got ways to win this year. Detroit goes down. What do? They kick a field goal, tie the game. 14 seconds left, I think. So we needed 5 more points. So really, we just needed the clock to run out, go to overtime. Maybe the Bills get the ball first and win the game with a touchdown. We cover. Or maybe one team hits a field goal and then the other team hits a field goal. We cover. Or maybe one team hits a field goal and the other one scores a touchdown. We cover. Or maybe their running back, and we'll feature this on another game later this episode, just runs off an 86-yard touchdown run in overtime and wins by 6. We cover. So, but did any of that happen? No. Josh Allen throws just a laser to Diggs, gets in field goal range. They hit a game-winning field goal. We lose by 1.5 points. So, awful way to lose. Next game, Giants-Cowboys. A pointless touchdown at the end of the game by the Giants. I think there was 14 seconds left. Like, literally, so that they set up an onside kick. You know, was so dumb. We had the under on that. We just needed the Giants to not score there. And there was more things that led up to that made that just so dumb. So that was 0-2 for us. And then the Pats at the Vikings. Okay, we did. We admittedly, we got that way wrong. We had the under. I think it was 42.5 points or 43.5. That game went to almost 60 points. We'll move on. So we go to Sunday. We're 0-3. We're feeling a little down, but here we go. We have renewed hope. Renewed hope. So the 12 o'clock games, we got done so dirty. The Titans, all we needed you to do was win. All we needed the Tennessee Titans to do. Mike, can you play the music for us? Oh, yeah. Tennessee was hanging. They were up. Then it was tied. Then they're tied, and then Cincinnati goes to kick a field goal, which would have made it 7 points. So this is not a sure thing. But they roughed the kicker. Tennessee roughs the kicker, and then Cincinnati just runs the clock out. They okay, we can just take some knees. So that sucked. And before that, I'm going to apply to be the Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator because in the fourth quarter, if 5 minutes left in a tied game or you're down 7 or within one score, just have the other team stop Derrick Henry 4 times. That's all I just want to see that. I literally just want to see a team stop him 4 times. You will get first downs and you're just going to score a touchdown. It should be the easiest touchdown known to man if you have the time to do it. Just run them. But they're getting cute, throwing the ball and all that crap. So Tennessee, we got done dirty there. The Dolphins, Texans, it was plus 46.5. Miami had 30 points at halftime. Now it was 30-0. All the Texans had to do was get some garbage points. They start scoring, but they freaking go in for 2 points. If they had just held the touchdowns and extra points, we would have covered. But instead, they're going for 2. They're missing all of them. And even at the end of the game, Texans were in Dolphins territory and probably would have kicked a field goal. Down 15, they're trying to get some extra points, interceptions both times. So that game just sucked. We didn't get the over there. We moved to Bears-Jets, okay? And if you weren't aware, both teams started backup quarterbacks. Both teams. So this should have been easy under. Easy under. I think it was 36.5 or 38.5, somewhere in that range. But it's 24-10. So it's at 34. We're still good. And with 2.5 minutes left, the Jets are just trying to get a first down. I mean, they're just trying to get a first down to end the game. And Ty Johnson. Let me say it one more time. Ty Johnson. Mike, play the noise. A 32-yard touchdown with 2.5 minutes left. All he had to do was probably just fall down, is what he should have done, is just fall down, get the first down, and then they run the clock out. But instead he scores, and it ruined our under. So now we're looking at 0-5 here. So Jared and I are just like, we just want to jump off a cliff at this point. So we had our Commanders. They covered, thank the Lord. So we did not go winless. The Commanders covered. They won by 6. They're playing well. So we get 1 win in our pocket. Moving into the afternoon, we had the Seahawks. All they had to do was win by 3.5. They're up 7 with less than 2 minutes left. They give up a game-tying touchdown, which is so stupid. The Raiders don't want to win. They don't want to play. This is at home, too, at Seattle. So now we're going to overtime, and then stupid Josh Jacobs rips off, like I mentioned earlier, an 86-yard touchdown in overtime. They win by 6. Just a heartbreaking way to lose. And so that summed up our terrible day at 1-7. But really all of them except the Pats at the Vikings was close. And when I say close, I don't just mean like, oh, we were close. It was like ripped away from us, kind of close. So we could have been 7-1, and man, we would have been doing cartwheels. So, but we're 1-7. We had a 63% pick rate. We are now below our line at 57%. We have been below 60 before. I think we were at 58, and we clawed our way back. So we're going to do it again. I promise we'll get back above 60. We'll make y'all happy. We'll make charities happy. Everybody will be happy. Mike will be happy. The whole world will be happy. So we'll get back there. The only glimmer, the shining spot of last week, the mortgage bet, both hit. So we are now 7-5 there overall. We're on a 2-game, or I think a 3-game winning streak now with the mortgage bets. We went under on Broncos Panthers again. That'll never lead us astray. The Broncos are terrible. And then our other half of that mortgage bet, let me pull this up here. It was the over on Chargers Cardinals. That was 49 points. Again, we were just, not even close there, which was great. So, or we were well over what we needed. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Monday night. That's what it was. 24-17 Steelers beat the Colts. We picked the over there. Solid. So our mortgage bets were intact. We felt really good there. So that wraps up a not very memorable Week 12. We'll be very happy to move away from that, but we're ready. We're We're gonna move in. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna dive into week 13, give you our picks, give you our mortgage bets, and make you feeling good head into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
RogueCon 23. That's right. It is here. It's not back. It's here. It's the first one. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It is all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues, January 20th through the 22nd of 2023. Now, if you want to go, you got to get tickets, and tickets are on sale at RogueCon23.com. That's RogueCon, RogueCon 23.com. Be there. I'm going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't right, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at roguemedianetwork.com. I tell you what.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
All right, welcome back to Benjamin Betts NFL Week Edition, Week 13. We're now going to dive into our 6 single game picks and then our make the mortgage bet with our 2-team teaser parlay. So here we go. Again, it's just me today. It's just Corey, just riding solo. So I'm so sorry if you're sick of my voice. We'll make this quick. So we dive first game out the gate. I don't think we've lost on this team. I don't think we've lost on either of these teams in the ways we've bet them. They are now playing each other. We have the Denver Broncos at Baltimore. Anytime you see Denver or Bronco and the word under, you pick it. You just pick it. Don't even think. Again, don't even think. You just pick it. 38.5 is where that game sits right now. Baltimore is not an offensive juggernaut. They're going to run the ball. They're going to burn clock. They're at home. Denver, I don't think, can score more than 13 points in a game. I just feel so confident. 38.5 under. That's where we're going there. So that's our first game. Second game, we're going the inverse. We got Jacksonville at Detroit. Right now, Trevor Lawrence is playing well. He has so many wide receivers, not big names, but Christian Kirk, Zay Jones. He has people he's throwing to. Ingram, Agnew, all these big name people. But he's slinging the ball around because Jacksonville, long hair, don't care. They're at Detroit, same thing. They're just running and gunning. They're throwing, they're running, all the things. 51.5 is the over there. We're slamming that. We're taking that. We're going Jacksonville at Detroit, 51.5 over. Now, another tried and true team. They have not let us down. They don't let us down this year. Like, prove me wrong. Washington Commanders at the Giants. The Giants are unraveling. They were winning games they shouldn't have been. They had a record they had no business having. It's at the Giants. The Commanders are at the Giants, but Washington is, man, they dangerous. Ain't nobody want to play that team. That is the team this year that is like the old, the adage of, I don't want to play that team. No one wants to play that team in the playoffs. No one wants to play the Commanders in the playoffs. So 2.5 is the line. I had to double take there. 2.5. We're taking Commanders, baby. -2.5. They can win that game by a field goal. They're gonna destroy that. They're gonna destroy the Giants. They're gonna win this game by double digits. That would be my bet to you. But for the sake of the show and what we're given here, let's take -2.5. Give me Commanders. Heineke, come on, baby. Another double take. This was another double take I had to do. We have the Chargers at the Raiders. Now I'm pissed at the Raiders. I'm not happy with the Raiders. So I probably would have picked the Chargers. It didn't matter the points just because I'm upset that they beat the Seahawks last week. But Chargers are only -1.5, and I'm like, okay, I know the Chargers play a ton of close games, But -1.5, like they're hungry. They're in the playoff hunt. Their team is healthy. The Raiders are still kind of a mess. I give me the Chargers -1.5. Just go out there and win. Like just win the game, Chargers. So we're picking that -1.5 there. And then another double take. So we're going to call this episode the double take because I'm like, dude, Kansas City at Cincinnati. If you had just told me to pick the line, Kansas City at the Cincinnati Bengals, I would probably say, now Jamar Chase is probably back for this game, so I take that into account. But still, 5.5, 6.5 maybe somewhere in that range. No, this is 2.5. Again, win by a field goal? Oh, my Lord. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs, -2.5. I mean, all day, every day. And then the last game of our 6-game picks, our 6 picks here that we put into a parlay, we got to pick a Monday nighter because we want to get to Monday, be 5-0 with the chance to hit this parlay. So I'm always prone to pick a Monday night, and I'm looking at this. I got Saints at the Bucks. Give me over 40.5. That's what we're taking here. So the spread is, or the 3.5 is the spread for Saints. You know, the Bucks are -3.5. But I like the over here. It's Monday night. It's prime time. You got Tommy. Tommy will put up some points in prime time. The Saints, they're not going to be scoreless here. So give me 40.5 over. So on Saints Bucks Monday Night Football. So just a quick recap. If you're taking notes, you're putting in your bets for charity. We got Denver Broncos at Baltimore Ravens under 38.5. That could be under 8.5, and I'd still take it. Jacksonville at Detroit over 51.5. They're going to be points scored. Many points scored. Commanders -2.5 at the Giants. Come on, that's a joke. We're taking it. The Chargers -1.5 at the Raiders. Come on now, we're taking it. The Chiefs -2.5 at the Bengals. What are we doing? We're taking it. I mean, these are 3 good teams on the road that I just think are not getting as many points as they should be getting. Like, let's take it, man. So those 3. And then we wrap it up Monday night. Who Dat Nation. All my family down in Houma, Louisiana. Shout out. I know y'all listening. We got the Saints. We're just going to score points. So the Saints may still lose, but I think there's going to be points scored over 40.5. Chris Olave, you know, Rashard White for the Bucks or Fournette. I mean, you got Evans, you got Godwin. We got maybe Kamara. We got Hill on the other side. We got players. Just, man, score some points. So those are 6 teams. You throw some money down on that, you're looking at plus 4,963. So you throw $10 down, you're looking at a smooth 500. This, I think this is our week here. This is our week. Put it down. Call your people. Place your bets. Do your thing. So that is our normal 6 games there for in our parlay. And now to finish us off, the Make the Mortgage. Mike, play our Make the Mortgage sound. Oh, there it is. I didn't even know what he was going to pick. I love it. That sounds like a Make a Mortgage to me. That's the sound that comes up when I make my mortgage every month. So right here, I wrote it down. We are going back to where I always go. And everyone's going to think, oh my goodness. The Seahawks should be hungry for a win. That was an embarrassing loss. It was at home. We're tied for first place in the NFC West with the stupid Niners. We have a good team. I can't believe we blew that game. So Seahawks play at the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams. Their quarterback is Mike Hamilton this week. Their running back is Allison Robles. They're just pulling people off the street, basically, to play positions for the Rams. The Seahawks are -7.5. We're teasing that down to 2.5. Win by a field goal. Jason Myers, field goal. DK Metcalf, 4 touchdowns. Like, just win the game. Like, basically, if we just win the game, we're going to win by 3. So the Seahawks, that's the first part of making the mortgage, -2.5 at the Rams. The Rams are, I don't even think they could win a college game right now, let alone an NFL game. And then we're going Thursday night. Bills at Patriots. The Bills are -4 right now at the Patriots. -4. Oh my gosh. We're going to tease that down 5 points. Bills +1. The Bills, again, just win the game. Like, if you were just to tell me Bills at Patriots, will the Bills win? Would you take the Bills? Of course you're going to take the Bills. Take the Bills. The Patriots, they still have their discipline and all that stuff, and Belichick, yada, yada, but the Bills are going to come in there. They're going to win that game. So just an outright win. So that is the making the mortgage. Call your mortgage lender. Tell them, hey, don't take it out of my bank account this month. I got to make the mortgage bet. It's going to cover it. And your bank person should say, okay, cool. You know, Rocket Mortgage. Come on, man. Where's that sponsorship? We got to make that mortgage. So recap, Bills +1, teased, 2-team teaser with the Seahawks -2.5. Tease that 5 points, get you at -110. So almost 1-to-1 there. You still get a little bit of value because I think this is a lock and this is going to hit. This is making that mortgage. So that's it. That's NFL Week 13. I mean, we're almost getting there. I wasn't going to talk any fantasy because, you know, no one likes to hear about fantasy football all the time. But, you know, I was knocked out. It was a very unlucky week. We'll get into that next week with Jared. He's still alive. Next week, I mean, Jared and I play each other this week, so this is going to be a week. Even I got nothing to play for, though, but I still just want to beat him. So we'll do a little recap next week. Should be fun having him back up here on the pod. But for all our listeners out there, good luck. Have fun. Enjoy the ride. Thanks for tuning in to Benjamin Betts. I'm your host, Corey. We got producer Mike. Mike, play that sound one more time. Oh, he's coming for you. All right, y'all have a great week.
Yeah. It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production. Join the ultimate celebration of digital content with its creators, passionate fans, and industry experts. It's all happening in downtown Waco across multiple venues on January 20th through the 22nd, 2023. Tickets are on sale now at RogueCon23.com.
Hi, I'm Hank. You might remember me from a show called King of the Hill. Check out a King of the Hill rewatch podcast. These boys ain't rap, but they are funny. Find the podcast anywhere you get your podcasts or at RogueMediaNetwork.com. I tell you what.